Night with JL Media is back once again. Hamilton 69 Max is where we do it. We are doing it live every month. Mandy Montgomery.
Here I am.
Hey, lady.
So excited. I'm so excited for this movie. I know.
Oh, yeah?
I am. I'm such a big nerd. I really am.
I could tell by the videos you were posting there on Facebook.
I know. Well, Snapchat had a big thing the other day for this movie, and so I had to take advantage of it. It was awesome.
I was told I need to just hush and let you do your thing because the video looked good.
I mean, I liked it. I was just, making silly faces and being myself. I mean, our listeners are used to it if they follow us on Facebook, seeing me.
They should be by now.
Make a fool of myself.
We have a new face joining us this week, one of our sponsors.
We do have a new face. So we're usually used to having a Jason from Habitat for Humanity of Hamilton County with us. But now we have another Jason. So
they are Jason Strong over there, aren't they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jason. We have a Jason. He's actually the manager of the Restore that the other Jason keeps telling us about so
the
much.
Other Jason.
The other
Jason 1 and Jason 2?
That's right. That's what we're going to start calling him.
Hey, brother, welcome.
Thanks so much. We make it easy on you guys. When you come to our store or to Habitat, just call everybody Jason.
Dad will get it wrong, huh?
All right.
Tell us about the Restore over there, brother. What's going on?
Well, we recently had our a re-grand opening that we were been touting on your show the last couple times. It was a really big event. We got the store painted, redesigned, got some new items in. We got a lot of new product, like a lot of new flooring and paint. So if you're a homeowner who wants to redecorate or redesign your house, it's a great place to shop.
How'd you get involved with the Restore and Habitat for Humanity, Hamilton County?
Well, my background's working for nonprofits, and I had some retail experience as well, so it was kind of a good marriage of the two.
Okay, how long have you been there?
I started back in April. The store opened in March at our new location, and they were looking for a new store manager, and I took the store over in April.
Now, what all goes on in a Restore for the listeners who don't know?
So the Restore is sort of like a Goodwill for your house. So if you are a homeowner and you're looking for furniture, cabinets, appliances, pretty much anything. If you're redesigning your home, it's a great place to come shop. It's also a great place if you're a donor. If you're a homeowner who's like redoing your kitchen, rather than throwing those cabinets away, keep them out of the landfill, donate them to have that Restore.
That makes perfect sense. Now, you just do cabinets and countertops and stuff like that, but there's also furniture and stuff there, am I correct?
Yeah, we have dining sets, sofas, chairs. You have armoires. All kinds of different things you can have in your house that we have in the store. And like I said, we have hardwood flooring, tile, paint. Pretty much anything you can do in your house, we have in our store.
And how do you come by all this inventory?
So all our inventory is from like people like your listeners who are homeowners. Even if you're renting, if you have furniture you want to donate, instead of throwing it out in the landfill, you can call our store and donate that, or look for us on Facebook. That's a good way to connect with us as well.
And of course, you being a 501(c)(3).
Yep, we are. We are a nonprofit that are tax exempt, so we also give you a receipt. So if you donate to us, we'll give you a receipt, and you write that off on your taxes.
And Habitat for Humanity, not only with the Restore, you guys do a lot of other things, don't you?
Yeah, the Restore. We had the Restore. We you can shop there, you can donate, but we also we're building homes in our community. We're kind of gearing up for a community in the Noblesville area. It's going to be like 16 homes that we're going to be building over the next 3 or 4 years, so that's a pretty exciting venture for us as well. Now,
you being the manager of the Restore, are you involved a lot with the home building and the other side of it?
Unfortunately, I don't get in that a lot. Pretty much if I get involved with that, it's volunteer time on my off time.
Right. So do you accept volunteers, or how does that work? Can I do my community service there, is what I'm asking?
You sure can. So if you get arrested for something and you need to do some community service.
Okay, I'm just joking before we go any farther.
Johnny doesn't need those kind of community service hours.
No.
Yeah, don't put that on.
I'm just kidding with you. Community service, if you want to do volunteer hours with us, it's a great place for like high school students, college students. Sometimes we have people who are trying to do hours for a class in college. So if you need do 15, 20 hours, you can come to the store. We do everything from data entry to cleaning the store to receiving donations, talking to customers. It's a great place to come and get that experience.
That sounds very cool. Very cool. Now, you've been there several months now.
Yep.
So you're a Hamilton County guy?
Actually, I don't live in Hamilton County. I work in Hamilton County.
Well, work is good enough.
Yep.
Yeah. So have you been to Hamilton 69 Max before?
This is my first venture here. So,
and what do you think?
It looks like a pretty dynamic place.
Welcome to our house. We absolutely love it here, brother.
Yeah.
See, we got our Christmas tree up already. You see this up here on the mezzanine? Right up here?
It's looking great.
Oh, yeah. We ready for Santa Claus up in this thing. That's what I'm trying to talk to you
Do
about.
it.
Are you a Harry Potter fan, Jason?
If I'm honest, I'll have to say no.
Okay, well, I'm in the same boat with you. That's why we have these amazing people with us tonight to help me along with this episode. Any parting words from Habitat for Humanity for us? Hamilton County, Mandy. Not just any habitat, Hamilton County.
That's right.
All right.
Well, just again, thanks for the opportunity for us to come out here. I mean, it's a great place for us to tell people about our store. It's been pretty exciting. But yeah, if you look us up on Facebook, Habitat Hamilton County. And also our website's the same, habitathamiltoncounty.org. And we're open 9 to 4:30 Wednesday through Saturday. So if people want to come out and shop, it's a great place to do that.
Very nice. It's getting loud in here. The crowd is definitely building, Mandy. Have you turned around?
It's packed. I know. There's a line of people getting their tickets. The concession stand is hopping. I have my cheese popcorn, so I beat them all to it. I have my cheese popcorn.
Jason, you're not a Harry Potter fan, and nor am I. Are you a Walking Dead fan?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, Mandy has something she wants to talk to you about after you get off the mic then.
Okay.
All right, brother. Thank you so much, brother. We appreciate the partnership with Habitat for Humanity, Hamilton County.
Yeah, thanks so much. I also want to say that if your listeners come to our store, if they mention the podcast, they'll get a 15% discount.
Right off the top, 15%. You hear that, folks?
Yeah. You tell them Johnny and Mandy sent you.
There you are. Thank you, Jason.
Thank you so much.
Mandy, we got a couple of guests in here that are going to help get us through the evening.
I know. I'm so excited about our guests that we have tonight. We actually have two guests from, an organization that we know is near and dear to my heart, Girl Scouts of Central Indiana.
Right.
So, I was a Girl Scout all the way through. We know somebody over there, too. My mom,
Sure, Cheryl.
Shout out.
Can I say Cheryl on here, or she'll get mad at me if I talk about your mom? I love your mom.
I know. Me too.
Me too.
Yeah, so do our guests. So we have Gail and Rebecca. Gail actually works for Girl Scouts of Central Indiana, and her daughter is actually a volunteer in Carmel. So Girl Scouting has a lot of things going on up here in Hamilton County.
It is Gail and Rebecca. Hello, ladies.
Hello.
How are you guys?
We are great.
Okay. Gail, let me talk to you so we can get the voices separate now. How are you, dear?
I am fine.
You're a Harry Potter fan.
I am a Harry Potter fan.
Since day one, or?
Since day one, pretty much, yeah. I mean, I'm older, of course, so I was an adult when the books came out, but I love everything about them and the movies, too.
No. The movies and the books?
The movies and the books.
Oh, that's very cool. Now, do the movies kind of let the books down, or the books better?
I think it's just a matter of perspective. The books have some more storylines and plots, but the movies did a good job telling the story, so.
Okay. And Rebecca, do you get this honestly, or were you forced to watch these movies?
No, I'm the one. I mean, they might have read the books. My parents might have read the books before I did, but I really thought that I was the one who made them interested in Harry Potter, because I hated to read before I read Harry Potter, and then I forced everyone in my family to read all of them, so.
I've not gotten involved in any of it. Hang on one second. Jason, good to meet you, brother. You going to hook up? We're going to do this thing? Perfect. You're going to love that, I promise you. Nice to meet you, dear. Okay, Jason and his fiancée are leaving, so I have to tell the world this now. And this new movie. I'm going to bring the general manager of the Hamilton 16 IMAX in, our buddy Mitch. How are you, brother?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm wonderful. Did you meet Gail and Rebecca?
I did. I've been fiending for Girl Scout cookies ever since.
They're coming. They're coming really soon. Kickoff's January 7th for cookies.
Not even a box of Thin Mints among any of them. That's what I'm thinking. That's just bad.
Yeah, I need to have some macaroons or whatever they're called in my freezer. Those things are amazing.
I see another little lady has sat down with us on the end down there. Hey, Megan.
Hey, Johnny.
How are you?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
Are you a Harry Potter fan as well?
I am. Die hard.
I guess I got a question for all three of you ladies. Why? I don't get it.
Because the real world is scary and hard, and Harry Potter is just fun and whimsical.
I've seen a couple of the movies. Harry had it rough.
He did. He had a rough go of it. He did pretty well for himself.
Well, in the end, of course, because it's Hollywood. We don't always get out so lucky, but...
Trials and tribulations.
Is there a favorite movie that you have, Megan?
Well, not necessarily movie, but definitely my favorite book was The Goblet of Fire. It was a good movie too, but definitely my favorite book. I read that one a few times.
Okay, all right. I'm not sure which one that is, Mitch.
That would be book 4, Johnny.
Okay. So, you're a Harry Potter guy.
I am. My whole family is, man.
Your whole family? You mean your immediate family?
Sure.
So you had something...
No, I'll just speak for everybody.
You had something to do with that, didn't you?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I was working in a bookstore when the Goblet of Fire came out. I was managing a bookstore at the time, and it was a big deal.
Yeah.
Like lines out the door. It was still a bookstore and an indoor mall when we had those. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
And people were shaking the gate to my store and be
That
like,
was me.
Harry,
Yeah.
Harry.
Yeah.
I can't. Well, I guess I was a huge Stephen King fan years ago. And he's still doing his thing, I guess, but I kind of moved on from the reading. I got lazy and started waiting for the movies to come out. And that's how bad it is with me. I don't know what to say about the Harry Potter. You're going to have to help me with the Harry Potter thing. Before we move on with that, though, let's talk with Miss Megan a minute. Miss Megan sat down with us for Suicide Squad. Did you not, dear?
Yeah, I did. That was a lot of fun. I'm happy to be back.
And what business were you representing then?
Back then, I think I was just kind of repping for nerds everywhere. I'm still repping the stay-at-home mom feels, and I'm still instructing at Indie Pole Dance and Fitness. So if you want to learn to fly, stop on by.
Indie Pole Dance and Fitness. Oh, my goodness gracious. Is there anything else that we can talk about tonight, Megan?
Yeah, I'm actually here. I do have a little kind of side agenda. Most of the state of Indiana already knows, as well as the country and half the world. But my sister Carly, back on October 22nd, was a victim of a just brutal domestic violence attack by her then boyfriend. She's doing okay physically, but mentally she's got a really long road ahead of her. She's definitely lucky to be alive. We're all so thankful. But as far as the road ahead of her, he took everything when he attacked her that night. And so I'm here to promote a fundraiser for Miss Carly. We're calling it Sunflower Song. It's January 21st, and it's open to all ages. It starts at noon and runs until 1 a.m. And there'll be raffles, a silent auction. There's 11 local bands. And all the proceeds will go to help Carly with hospital bills, therapy, counseling, just basically helping her get back to normal life. This was my first experience knowing somebody to go through this and being so close to home. I mean, it's definitely heartbreaking that what happens to a person when they go through something like that. I mean, her whole world is upside down, and she's not even sure where up is yet.
Yeah. January 21st?
January 21st from noon to 1 a.m. at the Rathskeller downtown.
There we go. That's what I was looking for, the Rathskeller.
The Rathskeller, sorry, yeah.
So have you found us a spot yet? Do we want to talk about this?
What's that? Sorry?
Do you want to talk about this?
Oh,
you found us a spot, right? We have a table?
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, JL Media is heading up all of the media and taking care of letting you know what's going on and where we'll be and how the night progresses and all that. And we're so thankful to you guys for
we're honored to be a part
that.
of it. Not only are we broadcasting live from the Rathskeller that day, but we will be promoting up until.
Thank you, yes.
So anything that we can do for your sister and the family, please let us know.
Appreciate it.
We are all over it. Is she a Harry Potter fan?
I think she might be. I definitely took more of the nerdy genes than she got. She probably likes the movies, but definitely has not read the books.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Mitch, where does this movie fall with the rest of them? This is a prequel, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Who are these people that I don't know from? I've seen the other movies. I just can't keep up.
Well, we don't know a whole lot about the movie yet, so I haven't seen it. I'm waiting to watch it with my girls, so I'm very excited. You know, the main character is the author of a book that's, in the movies and in the books. So I think it's about him and what happens when he comes to America. I think that's the thing I'm looking forward to the most, is seeing the American side of the wizarding
Yes.
world. I think that's going to be cool. For sure. I hope we have a really original
School.
American flavor. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I want to see our castle. What's our castle and school for the wizards in America look like?
I think we'll be looking for him everywhere then.
Yeah.
Well, on J.K. Rowling's website, she released all that information about the American school, and it would probably take 3 days just to read through it all.
Oh wow.
Okay, so there's an American school now.
Yeah.
All right.
I can't pronounce the name of it, though, so don't ask me.
What happened to the American school, with the other movies? Was there even any mention of it? Or?
No.
No.
No, there's.
Okay.
I mean, there's a, in Goblet of Fire especially, there's mention of other universities and schools, in Europe and stuff, but no mention of the Yanks. So, yeah, I think that's going to be cool. Plus, the actor in it, he's amazing. He's so
Yes.
good.
Oh my gosh, I love him in everything.
Yeah.
It is Fantastic Beasts, and where to find them right here at Hamilton 16 IMAX. Brother, you have a full lobby here.
Yeah, it's all happening.
The IMAX version starts at 7:20. I believe that's the crowd we're looking at.
Oh, yeah. 400 people or so.
And that is all ages, too.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Everybody's bringing their... This is a generational thing, That's what's really neat about Harry Potter is it brings, the parents and their kids and everybody in between.
Now, help me out, ladies. I saw several people with capes. Is that what you call it?
Wizarding robes.
Wizarding robes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Robes.
And then apparently there's an Elvis impersonator here as well. That was interesting. Okay. Not sure the tie-in there, but he looked happy. Here he comes. You got to check him out when he comes
Right
back
on.
out. Harry Potter. Now, how many movies are there?
Well, 8 now. Or no, 9 now,
This will
because
be
they
the
broke
ninth?
7 into 2.
Yeah.
When did these things start? Do you remember?
1998 or 9.
Yeah.
You are schooled in this, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Look at that.
So what do you know about the author?
A lot.
Okay, let's talk about J.K.
I mean, started writing the story down on a napkin and got the idea in a train, and she gives a lot of money back to the community now. I was always really focused on Harry Potter because of the friendships in it.
Right.
So that was what always spoke to me.
Okay, you love Harry Potter. Is there some other genre, I guess, or some other type of movie that you like? As
Oh,
much as
yeah.
you like Harry Potter?
Oh yeah, I love like real crime dramas.
Really?
Oh yeah.
That's an interesting mesh there.
Oh yeah.
So do you have the wizarding robe yourself? And
No, I had a wand back before like the Harry Potter Universe Park was even there when you had to like order them online. But it has since been lost, so...
uh-oh.
That's terrible news.
Oh, yeah.
Christmas is coming up, though. Santa Claus may look out for you.
Yes.
I'm just saying. Hamilton 69 Max, Goodrich Quality Theaters, right here in Hamilton Town Center. To a packed house for Fantastic Beasts and where to find them. You got some good stuff coming up before the end of the year, Mitch.
Oh, yeah, we sure do. Obviously, the one I'm excited the most about is Rogue One
Yes.
in December. So I think that's looking pretty amazing. One thing that I like that I'm seeing in a lot of these movies is kind of we're finally seeing heroines get equal screen time.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
girl
Yeah.
power.
So I'm really encouraged to see that. I think that's awesome, and I think we're going to see more and more of that, especially with we've got Wonder Woman in the summertime, and she is such an amazing and powerful character, and I thought she was the most interesting thing about the Justice League movie. So we're really excited. We're very fortunate to be here in Hamilton County, but we've got a lot of great movies coming up. Passengers is looking really good. That's coming out.
It does look good.
Yeah, that's coming out on Christmas. We just had The Arrival come out. That's got like 100% rating on Rotten Tomatoes.
Wow. And it looks gret. It looks
Oh yeah,
phenomenal.
yeah. The one movie I'm hoping we pick up, but I haven't seen it on the radar yet because it's such a small release, is A Monster Calls.
Uh-huh.
Have you seen the trailer for that?
I have, yes.
With Liam Neeson? Oh, man, that movie's supposed to be amazing. So we always have lots of stuff. I'm a geek for movies, period, so I'm always excited about everything.
But you've got some holiday movies coming up here at Hamilton 16 IMAX.
We do. Our winter frame for Flashback Cinema includes classics like A Christmas Story, It's a Wonderful Life, which we're showing twice, including on Christmas Eve. We've got National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, all your favorites. So it's a great opportunity to see older films on the big screen. I know you recently checked that out, Johnny. What did you think of the experience?
It was great. I could not believe how well everything fit. A lot of people are talking about that movies from the late 70s not fitting on today's screen, the way it was shot and everything, the ratio. It looked great. I had a wonderful time. I came in with several friends, and we all did.
Awesome. Yeah, I think it's worth it. I mean, even for a comedy like A Christmas Story, I think you get a lot more out of the experience when you see it the way the director originally intended it,
Right.
on the big screen. So I think it's a great opportunity to bring the family out, and it's regular ticket prices every Sunday and Wednesday at 2 and 7 p.m. So we hope to see people here.
Oh, absolutely looking forward to that. Miss Gail, you're a Hamilton County lady, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Do you spend a lot of time here at the movie theater?
I'm usually busy working with the Girl Scouts or at Girl Scout events, so this is actually my first time here.
Really?
Yeah.
And the movie lover you are, and you're not coming out here.
Well, I might love movies, but I love Girl Scouts even more, so I spend a lot of my time with them.
What do you do with the Girl Scouts in Hamilton County?
I am a community engagement manager, so I work with troops and the adult volunteers and the girls within the Hamilton County community.
Okay. And what do you do there? I mean, what do you do in the community? What are the Girl Scouts involved in? Because a lot of us think that they just, get merit badges and sell cookies. We don't understand what the Girl Scouts actually are.
Yeah, we're a lot more than cookies, camping, and crafts. We build girls.
See, I've got a feeling you said that before, Ms. Gail.
Only once or twice.
We build girls of courage, confidence, and character, but we do it in a fun, hands-on learning environment.
Right.
So it makes girls excited and gives them the confidence to go out and lead the world and be the heroines and in real life. So the girls are involved in community service. They're involved in learning about careers and science and technology and math. It's pretty exciting to be in Girl Scouts these days.
Now, do you see a typical, type of young lady that comes through the Girl Scouts these days?
No, because Girl Scouts really has a place for everyone. And if you like outdoors, there's outdoor adventures. And even with the Harry Potters, we have a Camp Gallahue that this summer will be running several Harry Potter. They get their tickets, for the 9 3/4, and they play water Quidditch. But we also, have camps and activities with math and science. And girls don't always have to be in troops anymore. It used to be you only participated in troops, and now we have other pathways. They can be a Girl Scout and attend just a series or just go to an event, and so it's pretty exciting.
Yeah, it sounds exciting. Miss Rebecca, what do you do there?
Right now, I am a social media coordinator for the Carmel West Service Unit. So basically, I just update the Facebook page and make sure people know what time events are going on.
Oh, that sounds fun, too. All over
Yeah.
social media, like Miss Mandy.
Yeah.
Megan, were you a Girl Scout?
I was. I went from a daisy to a junior. So that, I think, like 4 or 5 years I was in it.
Okay, help me and Mitch out. What is a daisy and a junior?
Daisy was a baby. So I was I think
a
I
rookie.
well, you could help me out, Gail. I
Yeah,
was probably
Daisy
like 5.
is a kindergarten or
Yeah.
a first grader.
Yeah.
And then we go to brownies. That's what a lot of people are familiar with, the brown uniforms and the little beanies.
Yep.
And those are our 2nd and 3rd graders. Our juniors are our 4th and 5th grade girls. Now, some people think Girl Scouts in there, but it doesn't. We got cadets at 6th, 7th, and 8th, and our high schoolers, our seniors 9th and 10th, and our ambassadors at 11th and 12th. And Rebecca here was a 13-year-old Girl Scout from kindergarten through high school, and so is Mandy.
Wow.
Yep.
It seems like I knew that about Mandy, but I didn't forgot, I guess.
Makes sense with that personality of hers. Conquer the world, Mandy.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Megan, what about your sister, dear? Was she a Girl Scout?
She was, yep. We both went until we started middle school, and then we started softball, so that took up a lot more time. But we both loved it, made some amazing friends, and did some really cool things, and memories that I will take with me forever. And I have a 4-year-old now, and I have every intention of putting her into Girl Scouts.
Mitch, what about you? Were you a Boy Scout?
I tried the Girl Scouts, Johnny, but it didn't work out for me.
A few qualifications.
That's right.
You know, I never did.
They said I was too craftsy. You can't solve every problem with a hot glue gun and popsicle sticks, as it turns out.
It seems like I sat down one time to like an introductory meeting when they were trying to get new members, and I never did join. I cannot think of. I think I actually sat down with them to get out of class when I was in elementary school.
Well, Girl Scouts. Girl Scouts are for girls K through 12, but our volunteers are male and female, and we welcome all members. So if you didn't join when you were young into Scouts, you can get involved in Girl Scouts now.
It's never too late, Johnny.
Okay, if somebody like me goes and wants to volunteer at the Girl Scouts, won't you have a lot of questions?
Well, we would. We would, and that's why on our website at Girl Scouts of Central Indiana, we have a method for checking and asking questions and stuff. We call it a volunteer app.
Background checking the whole 9 yards.
The whole 9 yards. We want our girls to be safe.
And as well they should. As well they should.
I actually was in Cub Scouts. I wasn't going to share this story, but I think it's hilarious.
I think you should.
I'm going to tell you anyway. So I made it up to the Weeblos, and when you become a Weeblo, you have an initiation with your dad. And your dad has to pick you up by your ankles and, like, hold you upside down. And my dad dropped me in front of, like, 200 people.
No.
Dropped me right on my head.
Oh, no.
I never strapped up my knee-high Boy Scout socks again after that. I was too mortified.
Oh, Dad.
It's pretty funny.
Just once he dropped you?
I was a big kid.
He dropped you just once? Not
Yeah.
repeatedly?
I just remember him laughing, holding me by my ankle as my head's like getting smashed on the ground.
Gail, we did not have anything like that, right? I don't
Girl
remember
Scouts
that.
does not have an initiation like
Girls
that.
are smarter.
Girls are smarter. Well, you want your girls to be safe, of course, Gail. Megan, how's your sister doing?
Physically, she is recovering almost a little faster than they thought. She does have another surgery lined up. She had a pretty nasty, a laceration. I'm not even sure the medical term, but basically she had a silver dollar-sized chunk of skin missing from her forehead down to the bone. So she's got some reconstructive surgeries lined up for that. So physically okay, but mentally, I mean, she's 25, and he's probably set her back to feeling like a 13-year-old girl again.
Sure, emotionally.
I mean, I can't hardly get her out of the house. There's so much PTSD that comes along with something like that, and
I can only imagine.
Yeah, so that's our main focus now. Is she starts therapy on Tuesday. So we're pretty hopeful and optimistic about that, and so is she. So hopefully once she gets that ball rolling, she'll be able to resume normal life. You know, we're not trying to put any, a number on it, but we're hoping within a year she can maybe leave the house comfortably and get a job and be alone. Because right now, it's the buddy system all the way. She's with family all the time. She is never alone. Because the sad thing is that that psycho, he's out of jail. So, there's a lot of fear now. So,
well, domestic abuse is one of those problems that will rear its ugly head, and we try to ignore it until something like this happens.
Yeah, and that's, once the trial is over and she is at a better place mentally, she has absolutely turned this into a positive. She said from the ICU bed that she found her calling. She's got plans to go into social work. Wow. She wants to help people because they were together for 2 years, and it was only in the last 2 months when they had moved in together finally that things started to change. And so hindsight's 2020.
Sure.
There are a lot of signs that can be recognized, and you can kind of get out sooner before something like this happens. And so it's her goal to teach men and women the signs, and then also to bring the resources to light, because there's a lot of resources and help out there that people just don't know about. It's so taboo in our society, but it's absolutely so common. It's terrifying.
Well, you have 11 different bands that are going to play this benefit on the 21st of January.
Yes, it's really been cool. My dad and my mom are very musical, and my dad has been a drummer in the indie local music scene in all of my living memories. So when they started putting this together, there were so many bands to step forward. Like, I remember seeing Jim play this and that, so I'm in. It was so easy to get people to rally behind her.
Now you also have other organizations that has gotten involved as well.
Yeah, absolutely. You mean at this event alone?
Correct.
Yeah. So there's going to be silent auction where all kinds of different companies have donated, or we've got things from the Pacers players. There's all kinds of things there. There is a mattress company, the Mattress Guys. They're involved. Christy Hubler is involved, and
I heard they did some wonderful things for your sister.
They are leasing a car to Carly for 3 years. They are taking care of all the payments and all the maintenance to build her credit. And after 3 years, she can decide to buy that car or buy a different one. But in those 3 years, they are, just helping her out immensely by building her credit with those on-time payments.
I guess she lost a lot living with this guy.
She lost the roof over her head. She lost the car. She lost her phone. She lost most of the furniture. She expressed to me that she had just bought a brand new Shark steam mop. It's just those little
are nice,
things,
Mitch.
right? It's just those
Okay.
little things that you don't think about people losing when they go through stuff like that, and it's literally everything.
Well, shout out to Hubler. That is phenomenal.
Amazing.
What they're doing
Christy
there.
Hubler out in Crawfordsville is an amazing woman. And while she does have that Hubler last name, she has made that company herself. And she's amazing. And she's got a baby on the way.
Ah.
Yeah.
We would love to help you out too if we can chat after the show.
Thank you. Yes, absolutely. I will hang around.
Cool beans.
Yeah.
That is Mitch. That's our buddy Mitch right here at Hamilton
Thank you,
69
Mitch.
Max.
My pleasure.
It is movie night with JL Media. Hamilton 69 Max, good rich quality theater, right here in the beautiful Hamilton Town Center. Fantastic Beasts and where to find them. Rebecca, how excited are you, dear?
I am so excited.
Now, you've seen trailers and everything, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
And what looks the most interesting to you?
I'm just excited to see the magic again. I missed that on my screen.
Right.
So I love watching from the first Harry Potter movie that came out to now and seeing how far the graphics have come and
Sure.
the different ways they show the spells now. It's
IMAX
amazing.
is going to be phenomenal. Mitch,
Oh,
that's in
yeah.
3D as well, isn't it?
Yes, it is. We have 2D and 3D for this presentation,
You
so
get- you
you
gotta
can do
see.
either or.
Yeah.
You got to see it in 3D for the magic.
Yeah.
Just like Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange 3D is one thing, 2D
Oh,
is
man.
another.
Doctor Strange is unbelievable.
Isn't it?
That's so good.
It's just phenomenal what they can do with movies these days.
I think this movie has a griffin in it.
I think
Like
so
an
too.
actual griffin.
I
I've
hope
always
so.
wanted to see.
Yeah.
One of the things that's great about these shows, Johnny, is when they introduce these creatures, they're never just monsters. They always have some humanity and some nobility and some other qualities that make them really interesting. So I'm always that's a central theme of the movie is what's going on with these creatures, and the creatures are always a lot of fun. So I think if you like, monsters and fun, yeah, that should be the tagline. Do you like monsters and fun?
Yes.
So, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to that part of it for sure.
Gail, do we know what's going to go on here? We know it's a school in America, and we know it's a prequel, but do we have any other of the plot?
Well, I know that the female character Tina in here is really strong, but she was let go from her Auror position, and so I'm sort of wanting to find out why that happened, I'm excited.
Johnny probably doesn't know what an Auror is.
I have no idea.
It's a dark wizard catcher.
Yeah, it's kind of like the FBI of the wizarding world.
The FBI of
Nicely
the wizard.
put.
That's a
Nicely
good way
put.
to put it.
So,
Yeah.
that I understand.
They're the fuzz.
Thanks, Megan.
You're welcome, Johnny. I'm thinking about you down here.
So it gets me when they do a prequel. I'm always wondering, were they thinking about, or J.K. thinking about this a couple of books ago?
Well, she actually, this book was mentioned in the first Harry Potter. It was
That's where I was
a
trying to go.
textbook
Thank you.
that they used. But then later on, J.K. Rowling wrote the book and donated all the proceeds to charity for it.
Wow.
And they were kind of thinking about doing a mock
documentary.
A mock documentary on it. But then she heard about it, and they decided to do the movie. And so she actually wrote the screenplay, which is, to me, really exciting because she just knows these characters. And when she put that book in the first Harry Potter, she already knew what this book was for her and her imagination. So I'm excited to see where she took it on screen.
Is there rumors of anything else?
Well, there's always rumors.
Yeah, right. Everybody wants to see what Harry and Ginny are up to.
Oh,
That's the big one. What they've got to have kids. Those kids have to be magical. So everybody
what if their
wants
kids
to know.
are ugly? No,
No,
I'm
no
kidding.
way.
I'm kidding.
No way. That's a simple spell, though, right? I mean,
Yeah.
You would think, yeah.
if you love your kids.
But no one fixed Ron,
But didn't he get so handsome? I love a redhead in general. And
I
then
do
he
too.
And then he just got so muscly. Like, they tried to hide it, I feel, but it was popping through some of those sweaters. it was.
Nah, it's gonna be. I can't get Carrot Top out of my head now. I
Oh,
can't.
no. Maybe Carrot Top body, not the face. Not the face.
Well, I know the actor who's playing the main character, he was excited to join in because of the Weasleys and the 8 redheads, and he's a ginger too, so he was very excited to join the network of redheads.
So does this movie play with time a little bit? I mean, for Harry to be in it, it would have to jump 80 years into the, or 60 years into the future?
It doesn't play
'Cause
with
this is like
time
the
because
20s,
it was a
right?
textbook that they used. So the main character in this movie
okay.
wrote the book that's used at Hogwarts to train on the magical creatures.
Okay.
So, are there a cameo from any of our other stars from past movies?
Ooh, I will IMDb and see what I
Okay.
can find
I
out.
think when I
love
was
to
doing
know.
my research that Dumbledore might have been mentioned, but no,
We don't
crossover?
see him.
we don't see anyone. No.
Okay. Any rumors from Hollywood about new movies? I know she's always going to be writing. She's not going to be stopping. But anything from Hollywood?
No, I haven't heard
No.
any.
Oh, okay.
Not that I've heard. Otherwise, I'd be jumping up and down.
Right. Right.
Well, you haven't seen the new one yet.
Yeah, but it's always going to be the end.
But it will be full of magic. What about you, Miss Gill? What are you looking forward to seeing?
Oh, I just love any time those creatures are there to see her imagination come to life. That's when Quidditch, you read it in the book, and then all of a sudden it's on the screen, and it goes, oh, that's what it really looks like. So the creatures that she describes in the books, to see them on the screen, that's what I'm looking forward to.
What about you, Miss Megan?
I just, in general, just to see anything Harry Potter-esque again that's fresh, because I guarantee you everyone on this side of the table, besides you, Johnny, has seen all of the movies multiple times. And sometimes it takes up our whole day. We'll start in the morning and go to the night. So, while we love it, it's, we've seen it. You can quote it. We even know the spells. Wingardium Leviosa, so it's just the freshness of it all. That's what's exciting.
In my defense, Megan, I have seen every one of them thus far.
Oh, okay,
Once,
yeah,
at
awesome.
once.
Only once. We're on our third family set of them. We wore them out.
Yeah.
so
Well,
much.
don't.
Yeah.
Mom
That's
has
how they
watched
get you, man.
Chamber
I
of
just keep
Secrets about
buying the
60
sets.
The sets.
It's
yeah.
like, well, what if there's something on here I don't have? That's how they got me with that Lord of the Rings. I've got them all sitting next to
yeah.
each other.
Another
Like
good one.
30 hours of movies on a shelf.
Yeah.
Mish, did you find something there?
Well, I found some interesting information, but I don't want to spoil anything. Like, there's some character names in here that people are definitely going to know,
Not me.
and it looks like they're being played by younger versions of actors. So that's very interesting.
All I want to know is Dolores Umbridge on that list? Because you talk about like world's most hated character in a movie.
I'm not telling you.
Oh, I think that's a yes.
I'm not telling you.
Oh my god, I love to hate her.
That Iber was a yes, I think.
There is a name on here that is perhaps more hated than Dolores Umbridge.
Does it start with a V
Not
and
telling
end
you.
with a
It's
Voldemort?
It's my ex-wife,
More-
isn't it?
Interesting.
Megan?
Yeah.
Is there one movie that lets you down
Of this series?
of this series?
Oh gosh. I would have to go with The Goblet of Fire just because it was my favorite book. And there were, like Gail said earlier, there's so many more storylines in the books and that they don't even get mentioned, which, you know, I understand that's hard to do everything. But in that book in particular, there was a lot of good stuff about house elves and Hermione and stuff that didn't get touched on. So when I saw the movie, and then also, I'm a big mermaid fan. So when they said there were mermaids at the bottom of the lake, I guess I was expecting something different than what I saw, and I felt like there wasn't enough mermaid time.
Okay. Miss Gail?
Movie-wise, and book-wise, I didn't like the third one when Sirius Black was reintroduced.
The Prisoner of Azkaban?
That's my least favorite.
Okay.
Yeah.
Miss Rebecca?
Well, my favorite book was Order of the Phoenix, which is the 5th movie
So good.
book, and that movie let me down again because it was so long. There was so much depth to it. There's no way that a movie could possibly cover it all.
Right.
But because it couldn't possibly cover it all, it let me down the most.
Yep.
Mish, did you love them all, brother?
I do. The seventh one I think is like it's kind of like half of a good movie, and it's really all set up, and because of that, it doesn't give you. I don't know. It's kind of an unfulfilling experience, and I know a lot of people feel that way. I mean, it's well performed and it's well directed, and
Right.
everything else is there, but the story is just kind of like, well, this is going to happen, this is going to happen, and then the ending is amazing, But yeah, I found that pretty difficult. And going back and rewatching them, some of the. The first one and the one with Chamber of Secrets, it's all very, like, sweet and heartwarming, and it's little kids and stuff.
Yeah.
But, man, those movies can be on the struggle bus a little bit sometimes.
Now, me not being a huge fan, and you guys, of course, on the far end of the spectrum, what am I missing? What do I need to look for and need to understand from a Harry Potter fan?
When you see this movie, or just in general, about Harry Potter?
I would like to enjoy them as well. Help me.
Definitely got to be open to a big imagination and be okay with stuff that is not at all possible in reality.
Again, I was married twice, man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
You're
and
good.
Wow.
I think Rebecca mentioned the friendships. I
Yes.
think that's endearing that through all these struggles and growing up and stuff, those friendships remain.
And maybe that's something that you get more from the books and then you carry it to the movies, is no matter what in the books especially, it's true that the friendship bond at the end of every single book, and I think at the end of every single movie they take a moment and they're kind of just like, well, Ron and Hermione are still here even if the castle almost burned down this
Right.
year. So
Well,
I
now-
think there's-
go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go.
No, go ahead. I was going to change the subject. Go ahead.
There's something really cool that I like about the Harry Potter movies that I don't hear talked about a whole lot, and I'm kind of curious to see how they deal with it in this movie, just because America and the word witchcraft, especially in early centuries, we didn't have such a good track record, and I wonder how they address that. But one of the things that's kind of neat about the Harry Potter universe is that you have an entire world of people, good, evil, whatever, who really go out of their way to make sure that the normal people in the world and the normal side of the world is safe.
Yeah,
And-
the Muggles.
Yeah, and that's an interesting part of it because they definitely live in both worlds. And it really does. I think the way she dealt with this, especially more so in the books, but even a little bit in the movies, just, Ron's dad's fascination with all things Muggle. Like what he sees a car for the first time and he's like, what is it for? Like, how does it work? And he tries to get in there and tinker with it and messes everything up. So that's all really cool. So I'm kind of curious to see how they deal with that, as far as the United States goes, because, we don't dig witchcraft around here.
Right, yeah.
So I'm wondering how they deal with that.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Through all these movies, the main characters have always been the same actors.
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct.
Mm-hmm. That is something
Well,
that definitely throws
we
me
had
off.
the Dumbledore switcheroo.
issue.
Yeah, we had to do that, though. We lost that first one. Was that 2 movies in, I think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did somebody die?
He was so old.
Okay.
I mean, you could see it. We lost someone. You could see it.
You guys got to keep me up with this thing. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. How you doing?
Dumbledore, yeah, our head wizard of the school, the headmaster.
Okay. All right.
Richard Harris.
Thank you so much.
Sorry.
that actor I know. All right. So here we are. Hamilton 69 Max. It's movie night with JL Media. We're sitting with our buddy Mitch. How you doing, bud?
I'm really good.
You told me you just took some time off finally.
Yeah, I've been waiting to take it. I was waiting for my assistants to get through their vacations, and I had been working in Chicago so much and stuff. I just hadn't made time for it, but I'm glad I did. I got to go see some family. Went to the Gateway of the West and saw St. Louis, which I hadn't done in a while. It's where I was born. So it was kind of neat to see family and see friends.
Right. Now, Mandy and I talk about this a lot. Well, not you particular, but there's not a whole lot of people out there who work like we do. We're like 7 days a week as much as possible trying to get stuff done. You're the guy that we know that's closest to us.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not complaining, but I work in a 365-day-a-year business. We're open on Christmas Day. We're open on my birthday, which I think everyone should take off.
Your birthday or their birthdays? Everybody should take
mine,
off
man.
All right.
It's always a good time to celebrate me. But yeah, so it's a little bit of a challenge, especially now that my daughter's getting to a point where that time is starting to become a little bit more precious. She just turned 15, and so I want to spend as much time with her as I can, and I'm here every Friday and Saturday night. But I gotta say, I would rather be doing this than many of the other things I've done in my life, and I'm very grateful to be working in a business that I care about and that I love.
Well, as a movie fan itself, I'm jealous. I mean, I would love something like you've got going on here, man. It's a beautiful theater, and you keep it running well. You got a great crew.
Thank you, sir. I really appreciate that.
It is Hamilton 16 IMAX, movie night with JL Media. What do you dread seeing tonight, Miss Gail?
Ooh,
Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. What are you worried about?
If any of the creatures get killed, or that wouldn't be good. And I don't like that.
Every time, man. Every time a dog or anything bad happens to an animal, I cry like a baby.
Funny story about
It's
that.
ridiculous.
When Titanic came out, my sister Carly and I were watching it, and when it shows the dogs like in a panic on the deck, that 5 seconds, that's when we would start crying. Like, who's gonna take the dogs?
Let them get in the boat.
Let them in. They can sit on the lap.
That's funny you mentioned that. I'm 47 years old, and I actually broke up a dog fight in my front yard this afternoon.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Yeah.
What happened?
A normal person would just, get out of the way and try and, pull them back with the leash or something. No, I had to get in there and stop them.
Oh, that's
They
scary.
wouldn't quit. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Those are my friend dogs, though. That's a neighborhood dog. Animal lover myself, Miss Gail. Megan, are you worried about anything? Are we going to lose a character tonight?
I mean, that's always possible, especially when you've got, the unforgivable curse, the Avada Kedavra, knock somebody right down. So that's definitely possible. But I'm not worried. I'm excited. I'm ready for anything.
There's not like a life spell or something that could bring somebody back in this magic
I
world?
don't think so.
No.
They probably wouldn't. They wouldn't come back the same. There's always a catch to bringing somebody back. Something else might get in.
I can understand.
Yeah, you don't want zombies in Harry Potter, man. It's gonna be a
We
downer.
did that though in a book, right? We had that when they were looking for the Horcrux. There were those zombies.
Yeah,
I don't think those ever made it to the screen, did they? Or I can't remember. Or when he's
don't
in the
look at me,
boat
I have
crossing
no
the
idea.
lake.
Very
and they
brief.
come
Out of the water.
Yes.
Yeah.
We did have some zombie action. I love
Okay,
zombies.
now I'm interested. What was this? What movie was this?
Gosh, that was
6.
6.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Half-Blood Prince.
They have to find these kind of pieces of Voldemort, the bad guy, his soul, and so those are obviously important to him. So he hides them pretty well,
Yeah.
and they're protected by crazy spells and scary stuff like zombies. And so that's when we run into them.
It's like the people that he's killed, he can turn them into zombies.
That is a lot going on in
That's
these
a jerk
books.
move, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm going to kill you, and then I'm going to keep you as my guard dog.
Dark.
Well, that is Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, and that's what we're going to do right here tonight, Mitch.
We're going to find some fantastic beasts together.
Exactly what we're going to do. Anything else you want to let us know about Hamilton 16 IMAX this week?
There is one thing. We're bringing, through Fathom Events, we're going to be showing a movie called Spirited Away, which is by one of my favorite directors, Hayao Miyazaki. It's an animated feature that came out, I want to say around 2002, but we're bringing it back on the big screen. I think the date is December 3rd, and it is an amazing movie. So I really hope people come out to see it. I'm super excited to see it on the big screen again. I actually just bought it on Blu-ray again, and so I completed my collection by that director, but I'm looking forward to seeing it on the big screen. So I hope everybody comes out. Go to goodrichqualitytheaters.com to order your tickets.
There we are. Miss Gail, Rebecca, anything from the Girl Scouts?
Yeah, it's interesting you bring up December 3rd. On December 3rd, we're having an Add a Girl event at several local theaters across central Indiana, and you can check out all the locations at our Facebook page, Girl Scouts of Central Indiana. You can register with a friend, and there's some perks for doing that at that time. So.
Okay. Miss Rebecca, anything you'd like to add?
No, not really. I mean, I just am the social media coordinator, but definitely come out to that Bring a Friend event. It's always really great to bring a friend to Girl Scouts when you know that it's going to be something that they love, because then you can get them hooked, bring them on to everything else.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Megan, I absolutely loved, I said absolutely 3 times in a row there, didn't I?
That's the word of the night.
I really loved having you as a guest when you were here for Pole Fitness.
Yeah,
I do
thank
not
you.
want to make you our domestic abuse lady.
No, I really hope to not have it hit so close to home again, but absolutely it's... let me say that again.
See, absolutely is a word.
It's awoke something inside of me too. Since that happened, I've had a lot of women come out to me that are close to me that I didn't realize had went through this. So I plan on making that a part of my life, doing some volunteer work with the Julian Center and through Heather's Voice, and just kind of reaching out to that community of men and women and helping out there.
Is there any way we can get involved other than the benefit and help you guys out?
Well, we do have a Facebook page called Carly Strong. In that page, we have resources available to anyone that might need them. We update Carly every once in a while, and then we'll be talking a lot about the fundraiser coming up, the Sunflower Song, and you can find the event invite in that page. For Carly's safety, it is private, so you just have to request to join. But I handle that, so I'd approve you.
There we are.
Yeah.
There we are. Now, did Miss Carly tell you of any signs that she saw beforehand?
Yeah, definitely. It all starts with control and kind of flexing on the other person. So when they moved in, it was him starting to tell her she couldn't do certain things, going out to dinner with friends, and even coming to family events. And so as someone close to it that didn't experience it, when you notice someone who is normally a part of every family function and a part of all of those good things start to pull away, start asking questions.
Sure.
My biggest regret is not, and just kind of thinking she wanted to live her life. And, I might have been able to help her if I had myself noticed that she was withdrawn and starting to pull away.
Right.
So.
Now, is this something he is just going through recently, or is this just the kind of guy he's showing his true colors?
Well, we've found out a lot about him, and he is showing his true colors. We now have 2 other women who are prepared to be character witnesses, who he abused in the past as well. And so we're finding out that this was much more part of his life than she even knew. And I think that's the true definition of a sociopath. I mean, he had us all fooled, including her.
But it's definitely a cause that we are getting behind with you.
Thank you.
I hate that we're having to do it. I do, darling.
Well, it's, the only thing we can do now is move forward, and you're absolutely helping her and us do that.
Well, let's do that, darling.
Yeah.
Let's move forward.
Yes.
January 21st is the date.
That's right. All ages.
At the Rathskeller.
All ages.
We're going from noon until
1 a.m.
We're going to be there a while, Mitch. That's on a Saturday, too.
Yeah, bring your Red Bull.
We got to get Mitch down there with us and get on the air. We're going to do some live radio once again.
I'll try and make it down. One thing I noticed is it's a really diverse group of bands.
Yeah.
So all kinds of different music.
Absolutely.
So I think there's something there for everybody.
Yep.
Which is really neat, and hopefully we'll drum up even more, support and interest.
There we are. There we are. Mitch Ross. I can say your last name on the show, can I?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm out here on the floor with my name tag on every day of the week. Everybody knows who I am.
All right, I didn't know if anybody was looking for you. You don't want me calling you out.
They definitely are, but it's fine. I drink at one bar. I work at one job. I live in one house. I'm the easiest guy to find on the planet.
That's our buddy Mitch.
Please
Hamilton
don't find
16 IMAX. We've got one more episode, one more show in 16 right here with you, brother.
Yeah.
We got one more next month. We got Rogue One, and then we're back for 17.
Yeah.
We're going to be doing it twice a month, and I want to say it again, at least.
Yeah.
At least. We may work some more in there, but moving out with JL Media will be back in 2017. Go right ahead.
I'm really excited about it. I think that going to 2 shows a month, at least, is a great idea. I think it's going to give more opportunities for people to be guests on the show, but also, for your listeners to get a little taste of, a couple of movies a month, and hopefully, I know everybody's always excited about movies, but hopefully get some interest and get some people out here. So, grateful to have people listening in and grateful to have people showing up. So, either way.
Both.
Yeah.
Let's go both.
Sure.
Once again, thanks to Habitat for Humanity, Hamilton County. They're on board with us for 17, so they will be around every episode. It's Movie Night with JL Media. Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them is what we're doing tonight. Thanks for being here, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.